buried for centuries, only corroded skeletons of the once glorious blades remain.
They don't look very much today, but in their time. The wolfbutt was the weapon of the upper strata. You would certainly notice a person carrying a weapon like this. This would be a very precious, very beautiful object, and a deadly one too, obviously.
As part of their mystical practices, some medieval smiths might have used a different carbon source to strengthen their swords.
You can also use bone, burnt bone, together with coal in hardening the steel, right? Assume now that you're using burnt bones, even from your ancestor, or from a bear, or something like that. Then you hammer in the power of the animal, of your ancestor, into the weapon in itself, together with charcoal, and you make a perfect steel blade. A very powerful steel blade, probably as well.
All the friends and companions of my youth are dead, and feasting and drinking with the Aesir in the halls of the gods. Well, I am forsaken, bereft, which is why I beg you, Lord, gift me the chance to die with honor in battle and join my friends in Valhalla.
Was the long sword. It's the king of swords. This is a sword which has tremendous power and versatility in the frenzy of close quarter combat. And the most important thing about any sword is the blade. And it seems straightforward, but actually it's a very sophisticated piece of technology. The steel must be hard enough so that it will take an edge. But if it's too hard, it'll be brittle and break. And swords did break, and that's the last thing you need in battle, is for your sword to break.
This was very much tied into like a whole ethos, a whole way of thinking, like a, you know what I mean?
It's iconographical. You see it all the time in paintings, any way that you want to say, I mean, he's a knight, he's a nobleman, possibly he's a holy warrior.
Were commoners and peasants, were they even allowed to use these?
No. It'd be unlikely. If they got hold of them, the chances are they took it off a dead person.
Like chivalry, the sword itself fused Christian and military principles. Where the handle meets the blade is the cross of the sword, a constant reminder of the knight's duty as a holy warrior.
Holiness is in right action and courage on behalf of those who cannot defend themselves. And goodness. What God desires is here. And what you decide to do every day, you will be a good man. Or not.
They are an intriguing people. From the moment they wake, they devote themselves to the perfection of whatever they pursue. I have never seen such discipline.
Compared to ordinary iron ore, the iron sand found locally is incredibly pure. It contains far less impurities like sulfur and phosphorus, which make iron and steel brittle. The magic starts when the carbon in the charcoal combines with the iron sand to form a unique type of steel. The Japanese call this raw steel tamahagane.
And then,
I come to this place of my ancestors. And I remember, like this for ourselves, we are all dying. Life in every breath, every cup of tea, every life we take.